Good morning, true crime friends. It's Saturday morning and I slept in. Oh my God. I needed to sleep in so badly. I slept until like 5:30 this morning. It was glorious. Hang on. Honestly, I'm not even fully awake and I do have an 8 a.m. Zoom call, but not for work. Not for work. It's for my family. Like my family lives far, and so I'm going to sit down and talk with my family today. So I'm super excited about that. I'm so tired still. It has been a bear of a week, but I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to sit and talk to my friends this morning. And yes, I am in the attic studio. And yes, it is hot, but it's not as hot right now as it's going to be later today. So I was just like, okay, I'm just going to go up to the studio and I'm going to chill out. And by studio, I mean, listen, y'all about to get an inside look. You know what my studio is? I think I showed you the pictures, right? But like, I built this wall behind me. I'm going to take a pen and tap it. It's a curtain, right? It's a curtain. It's not a real wall. But it covers up the mess. It's actually not a mess. I kind of cleaned it up. Look, I'm going to give you a tour of the studio. Hang on. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so look. I go on Amazon, right? Because I needed a space to chat with my friends. This is not at all what I planned to do this morning, but like, it is what it is, right? And I don't even know if I'll post this. We'll see. If you're seeing this, then I decided to post it. So this is what behind the scenes at Gossip Rumor and Innuendo World Headquarters looks like. Now, I feel like there should be a music bumper here, and then we'll go into the tour. But instead of a music bumper, I would just say like and subscribe. I'm getting so much better at saying it. Okay, look, I always get more energy as I do these. I should probably just like do a little chat instead of coffee because it seems to wake me up. But back to the tour. So, I have a house that's like has an attic, because some houses have attics. And downstairs where I normally record in the morning at my desk is great in the morning because it's cool down there and I have the window and the dogs can look outside and it's nice and quiet. But the only time it's quiet is when my entire family is asleep and my dogs are well fed. And even when they're well fed, they're not necessarily quiet. So I converted this attic space, which used to be my she shed, but is now just the attic, into my craft room. And then I was like, oh, the craft room can become the studio. So look, this is what we have. That is a curtain. And behind that curtain is a bunch of like those big tubs that you could put a disassembled body in, or winter clothes. Okay. And then I have this lamp that I made all by myself. Somebody asked me about this lamp. I got this lamp for a couple dollars at a garage sale. It's not even, I mean, it is a real lamp, but there's no light bulb in it because the light bulb is too dim. I need to change it out. I build lamps sometimes, and this is one of the ones I built. It was brown. I'll see if I can find the picture. Like, you can kind of see from the inside. It used to be brown, and I spray painted the base of it bright, bright, bright green. And then I took a bunch of fake flowers and ripped the petals off and hot glued them to the shade. And then this was a bucket that I hot glued a bunch of petals to, put a hole in the bottom, and turned that into a lampshade. So that's the lamps on that side of the room. And then there's one sewing machine. There's the serger. There's the wall, AKA the curtain that I got from Amazon.com. But when I ordered this curtain, I was like, ooh, I love it. And it's going to look great on film. Problem is, it was too small. I needed to be taller at the top and longer at the bottom. So I got a piece of fabric that looks like wood, and I sewed the fabric to the top edge and to the bottom edge. So now it makes a whole wall. I'll bet you didn't know that, did you? And then the ceiling, because the ceiling was also ugly because it is still an attic. Look, the ceiling is purple because somebody gave me these curtains that they didn't need in their house. They're like blackout curtains or whatever. She remodeled, and the interior designer bought too many curtains. She's like, do you want this? I know you could probably do something with it. I was like, sure, I'll take it. And so now I just stapled them to my ceiling. So now I have a pretty ceiling. And then this is just a piece of muslin. So that's the studio, right? And then I sit in a chair at a desk. I have a bunch of big desks. And then, oh, you can see my son's going back to college stuff. That's like his college stuff and his laundry basket and whatever. And then my work table. I'm drying black beans. I grew those black beans in my garden. And that's my pile of t-shirts for Snapped. You know how you think I do a Snapped every day? And I do a Snap every day. Only I record them all on Sundays because I ain't got that kind of free time to just be out here doing snaps on a random Tuesday. So I record 5 snapped episodes at a time. And every time I go to do a new episode, I just change my t-shirt. That is a TV trick that I learned. So, it's not, yeah, yes, there's a different shirt every day, but that doesn't mean it actually is a different day. It just means I put on a different shirt. And you want to know about my food themed t-shirts? I have a lot of them. Most of them are over there, but not all of them. Today, I'm in sriracha because I love food. Listen, I'm a fat girl at heart. Wait, now y'all getting the real truth. Oh, look, this is the other view of the studio. This is, what is that? I think it was initially a curtain or something. It's like tulle. I love it. It's so pretty. But when I bought this light from Amazon, the light was too bright. It made like too much brightness on my face. So I just hung the tulle on the ceiling and I draped part of it over my light. And then the light wasn't too bright. It softened me. I need all the softening I can get. But let's see. What t-shirts do I have here? I'm trying to see. Wait. This one is turned inside out because I just took it off because it's hot and sweaty because I'm menopausal and I slept in it. Okay, so this is M&M. That's actually a nightgown. The green is a nightgown. And then I have, what other lovely surprises do we have here? This is Old Bay. And I'm going to have to refold all these t-shirts because it's going to drive me crazy to have a stack of unfolded t-shirts because after all, I am a mom. Reese's, and then, ooh, my favorite, brown side-eye. She's M&M's. Who else is here? I think this is Mike and Ike's. Is it inside out? Oh, yeah. This is, you guys have seen this. It's inside out, but that's the green Mike and Ike's. I'm not turning it on the right side. I have RC Cola. RC. And then I have... Who else is in my magical pile? This is not even everything. I know I have a Pillsbury dough one too that's downstairs. It's sturdy. Lucky Charms. And who else? Oh, this is Kit Kat because this is the red one. In my younger days, my nickname was Kit Kat. Like online, my screen name was always Kit Kat. And I have Kit Kat. And I only bought the Kit Kat t-shirt because A, my husband loves Kit Kats. And also, my nickname used to be Kit Kat. So that's the studio tour. Okay, look, I'm going to show you real fast, right? Because it's kind of a mess. Even after I cleaned it up, it's kind of a mess. This is my kiddo's craft stuff. A closet that has, I don't know what in it. Probably like one of those air beds, like when guests come. But we don't get guests because I don't really enjoy a house guest. Between me and you, not really my thing. Craft supplies. These 3, the bottom 2 are fabric. This one is all yarn. Covered with a thing because I don't want my yarn to get dusty. Oh, there's Bernie Sanders. Remember when we had Bernie Sanders come for a visit? More tulle skirts. A skirt that I made out of a bed sheet. It's a really pretty circle skirt. Fabric. Spinning supplies so that I could spin things. What else is back there? Oh, just like paint and holiday decorations and whatever. All that metal is like insulation from the 50s. That's how they used to insulate things in the 50s. And then there's the door where my dogs are barking and demanding to be let in. That's just like more crap that I don't feel like going through and figuring out what's there. My vacuum cleaner, my carpet shampooer. It's an attic, right? A doggy gate, one of those like things that the kids slide in, a sled for the snow. And then there's another dresser that of course I got off the street because why wouldn't I? Also filled with fabric, except for this section that has cake carriers and party supplies. And then there's some roses that my kiddo brought home for me. He brought me a dozen roses. Such a sweetie boy. More craft supplies. Look, now you're going super behind the scenes because there's the studio. But right next to the studio, I made a hallway. So look, let's walk down the hall. Me and you together. We're walking down the hallway. And what's over here? These are spinners. I hope you're not getting dizzy or nauseous from this ridiculous video. So that is an e-spinner. That's also an e-spinner, my spinning wheels. I spin on on EEW, electric eel wheel spinners. I have the 6.0 and the Nano for those spinners of you out there. What else is back here? More craft supplies. I have a lot of craft supplies. My sign fell over. There's a mirror. Oh, look, there's you. Paint. This whole contraption here. Wait, can you see it? This whole thing is this is paint, and all the drawers underneath are paint and patterns that I have made, because when I do something, like when I sew something or build something or whatever, I usually make a pattern, and my patterns are all made out of cloth instead of paper so that they don't get destroyed. And so there's a bunch of cloth patterns, and then more craft supplies. See, look, here's what my other craft supply table. I'm trying not to move it too fast so you don't get like super nauseous. And then I have a she shed in the backyard. Yes, because I'm an overachiever. And that is the sign that used to be in my she shed until I moved up here, because there was a mouse in the she shed one time and I said, thank you, that's all for me. This is just like little bits and bobs in these drawers. Can you even see the drawers? Yeah. Look, you're looking inside my drawers. But not my drawers, but drawers. If I can get them open, just like little bits and bobs. Look. Deck nails, because you never know when you might need a deck nail. And then these are the joints and stuff that I use for my PVC. I do a lot of PVC projects. And there is my Christmas tree hiding back in the corner. And then there's a whole other section of the attic back there that has other stuff. See, this is behind the sewing machines. Behind this wall right here is the curtain wall that sits behind my sewing machines. That blue is a giant yoga mat. Oh, and we're back to my kiddos' college stuff, the orange with the basket. Okay, this was not at all the video that I planned to make, but it is the video that I have made. Again, unclear if I will share it or edit this part out. Wait, I want to show you what I'm really proud of though. So a tree fell in my backyard a couple of years ago. Maybe this is just apropos of nothing. Apropos of not a doggone thing. Tree fell in my backyard, right? And I was just like, never one to miss an opportunity. I was like, okay, gentlemen, can you please come and cut up? It was like a 70-year-old tree. It was big. I was like, can you cut up that tree, but don't take one stick of wood off this property? I'm going to inspect you. If you have so much as bark in your hair, I'm going to keep it. You're going to have to start living here, because don't take any of that wood off the property. But all those like little picky branches and stuff, you could take those, but not the big wood. So I insisted on keeping the wood. I've since burned most of it. That was like 4 years ago or something, 5 years ago. I've since burned most of the wood in the fireplace or in the fire pits, because we have fire pits outside. But I saved some and I turned it into a table. I don't know if you could see this, but the table that the spinners sit on, the top of it is painted to be kind of like a tree. And the bottom of it is a tree. And then there is a stool that goes with it. Kind of a toadstool. I made all that. Only my kids stripped the bark for the stool. And then I made the top. But I love this. It's very like Alice in Wonderland. See, there she is, my toadstool. I sit on that stool when I spin. Sometimes when I just feel like sitting on that stool, or when I'm cutting out patterns and stuff. Okay. I'm back at my studio. Again, not at all the video I planned on making this morning, but I'm tired. And you know what? I'm sleepy, but I'm well rested. I slept really, really well last night. Sometimes that happens, but it was a crazy week at work. And so I plan on getting more rest later today. Today is going to be my relax, do nothing day, maybe do a little bit of research. And if you've lasted this long into this video, bless your heart, I have a question for you, because you're like one of my loyal true crime friends if it's 14 minutes in and you haven't turned this foolishness off already. This is what I want to know. True crime at lunchtime, right? I love true crime at lunchtime. They're fun to do. They're fun to research, whatever. But I'm debating a couple questions. Do I want to keep doing Snapped? Do I want to do like Snapped and Dateline, like throw a few Datelines in there? Although Snapped is all about women and always a murder. Dateline could be about anybody from anywhere, but all U.S. residents, not necessarily about murder, though often about murder, often a little more complicated. Not that the stories are more complicated, but Dateline goes into more detail because they have the ability to do a 2-hour show instead of 1-hour show. So those can have a lot more detail. Or should I throw in like a little bit of apropos of nothing? Like maybe apropos of nothing Fridays. I don't know. Help me figure it out. You know what? I think I'm going to post a poll. I've never used the poll feature. So maybe I will make a poll in the community tab. Okay. I was actually going to tell you guys an apropos of nothing story about this ridiculous thing that my kid did one time. Maybe that'll be a separate video. I might just record it now and drop it tomorrow. So that way, because on Sundays, there's like not a lot of true crime and I can sleep in. And I mean, sleep in. I can sleep in until like 5:45 a.m. You know what? I think that's what I'll do. I'll record it now. I'll drop it tomorrow. Don't know what it's going to be called. It's about my son and his bedroom. That's all I'm going to say. That's all. But if you have sons who have bedrooms, you probably know half the story already. In fact, you might have lived it. Okay, I am going to decide whether or not I'm going to post this. And then I guess you'll see. If you're seeing this, the answer was yes. Can you tell I came upstairs with no plan today? I had no plan. No plan whatsoever. But this is what you got. All right, you guys go out there and have a great, safe day. Bye.